Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than painting. Please, tell me. What exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No! Answer the question! Now! Oh, dang. Uh-oh. Eek! Clavier, I think you need to calm down. Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is unbecoming of me, I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book. Like a diary. Oh shoot. No, I don't. No. Uh-oh. Oh no. Remember when Phoenix was talking about 7 years ago, he said he was suspected of forging evidence. What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Okay. I am ready. I am ready to find out what the heck is going on. Oh boy. So Vera's the actual forger. That's what we figured out last time. I'm curious what the heck Drew was up to then. Okay. So where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh? Well then, who was he? Well, he was actually... And she's painting her nails again. Doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? It's still bugging me about those nails. I know there's something about them, and I just can't remember what. The nail polish, sorry, not the nails. Yes. For father. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I can make anything. Oh, that explains the tools that were lying around the studio. Anything? Father was so proud, and I so happy. Oh, but in the end, I was making those forgeries. Wait, she didn't know from the start it was forgeries? Well, I guess she must have been young when the whole thing started 7 years ago. How old is she now? She's 19. 7 years ago, she would have been 12-ish. So I guess it makes sense. I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, father is... Oh no, hun, it's not your fault. Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. So you're already, you were already creating your works back then? Dude, you can say it. I started when I was only 12 years old. Yeah, see, I knew it. So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned. That was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those three paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice. Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Oh? Your late father? He was watching, gathering information. All about the Writing Co. law offices. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. I mean, kind of, in terms of the piano. Well, they're not really gags. Trucy, that's not the point. Yet when father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. Aww. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Please. Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. I do wish they would have told us about his parents. We know nothing about Phoenix's parents. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. That's one way to put it, I guess. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. It means, as usual, we have no idea what's going on. Oh boy. Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham forger persona? Oh boy. There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Oh no. Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting? The remarkably similar one? Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So, she was the one who made the forgeries. Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was the forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, ja? Yes, it was in the desk drawer. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Sorry, testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. Oh boy. I feel like that's a lot. It's like all I can say a lot of the time for these games. Jeez. I created things and father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. Oh, interesting. There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. Not that the witness realizes it. Very well, please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay. I need more information about this forger, this Drew Misham. Oh boy. So basically, it's all but confirmed that they were involved in whatever happened with Phoenix 7 years ago. I don't fully remember, but I'm guessing it did have to do with forged evidence. Not that I'm saying Phoenix ordered the forged evidence. But yeah. Alright. Give me more info. So these things you were making are... You mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier father was. I was happy too. Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing. What she was doing was illegal. Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Alright. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance? For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon— oh, jeez. None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the 100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Jerumisha. A new industry? The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, I mean, it's basically confirmed. He just needs to focus on, like, the murder, okay? What they were doing in the background, you know, that's kind of not a big deal. I say knowing that it's probably gonna have something to do with this whole case. So you didn't know the things you were making were being used? I enjoy painting very much. I think I understand. The Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope? Father signed them and sent them back, I believe. Did he follow the instructions? Send it in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp? This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought. What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back. Anthraquinine. Objection! A moment here, Forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to agree with Clavier here. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive this stamp? This is too funny. Is something wrong? It was beautiful. Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps? Yes, I think it was. So you didn't know about the poison? Oh. I guess not. That's one way to answer. So the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp. Quite a close call. Okay. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. Their single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large. When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Misham. You did the work and he supplied the face. So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. That's actually crazy. Apparently not. I mean, what was he planning to do as she got older? I guess he would tell her the truth, but like, she seems so innocent. I don't know. But I mean, he'd have to, right? 'Cause she would start wanting to go out and stuff, and like, she wouldn't really understand why he wanted her to stay inside. About this, commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty, and more than that— Yes? It was a picture of people I liked at the time. Oh, I'm guessing the troop? Is it the troop? This is something new. Oh, really, dude? What a show-off. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein. Aw. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Oh. I knew it. Magicians? I love mysterious things, I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat. You're confusing mysterious with freaky. Dang. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See? See? Isn't magic great? Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited. But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. Yeah, I knew it, Troupe Gramier. I was quite sad. Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Now, where have I heard that before? The red envelope came after she'd completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted a forgery made. Apollo! We're close, we just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drumisham's life. Alright, we gotta present some stuff, I'm guessing. Objection! There we go. Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? Oh, Apollo, they're not a bunch. Really, Trucy? I see. Still, I have to wonder, why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter? Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat Troupe Gramier. But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin? Uh-oh. Prosecutor Gavin? Gramier. What's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than painting. Please, tell me. What exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No! Answer the question! Now! Oh, dang. Uh-oh. Eek! Clavier, I think you need to calm down. Prosecutor Gavin? You're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is unbecoming of me, I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book. Like a diary. Oh shoot. No, I don't. No. Uh-oh. Oh no. Remember when Phoenix was talking about 7 years ago, he said he was suspected of forging evidence. What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Miss Misham, this book. So he was involved 7 years ago. Oh, that's right, he was. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover, yes or no? How did you know? Objection! Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing? Sullied... who? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Daddy? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know? A certain diary. On the back, it bore the mark of a silk hat. What? Oh boy, yep, it's coming back to me. Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence, and the forger who made that evidence. Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drumisham, you, to forge the evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Come on. We only met once. You met the client? Well, who was it? It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. Guess what? Is there something about me? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary. Who was it? Uh-oh. Vera! Oh, it was Kristoff, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh my... That's it! Um, the devil. What? That's right. And the nail polish is poison. Now it came back to me. I knew it. I knew there's something about the nail polish. Defendant Vera Misham, condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute endocrine poisoning. There you go. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Aww, it's the trial music of Ace Attorney. Oh my god. In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. Yeah, that's right. And that is where we must go. Yeah, Clavier was the prosecutor. That's right. Aw, young Trucy. To find the whole truth. Alright, flashback time. Yes, I would like to save as we go back in time and experience what exactly happened 7 years ago. I know more stuff will come back to me as we do. Showdown time. Oh. The beginning again? I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time, and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Oh shoot. Well, it seems I've found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why yes, over a game of cards. That was how we first met, 7 years ago. Seven years earlier, Phoenix Wright's final trial. See, this is what happens when Maya's not around, you see? He always gets into trouble. Phew, okay, it's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigmar. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Actually, it wasn't, trust me. Trucy! She's so adorable. Oh, morning, Daddy. Yeah, I'm so glad you came. You okay, Daddy? They picking on you? I am fine, as always. This old boy here is here to help me after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks. My first show is today after all. Aww. Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, old boy. Huh? Me? Look what he's started. Poor Phoenix. Here. Seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Magnifique Gramier. Oh, this is the diary page. What's this? I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important. What's this? A memo for you or such? Not from the looks of it. What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. Dude. Okay. He's heading into trial and he's like, oh yeah, I'll check the evidence later. Well, he doesn't really think it's evidence right now, so makes sense. Well, how do you feel about the trial today? We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. Ah, an easy win then, yes? They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation I put you in. But allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy? Yep, you bet, Daddy. My first look at the case was only yesterday. And the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Ooh, if I remember right, there's a reason Trucy said it was her first show. Still, I'll do what I can for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigma, known to the world as Zach Gramier. A widely popular magician, star of Troupe Gramier. His mentor, Magnifique Gramier, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead. And Zach Gramier is the suspect. Oh, right, okay. It's coming back, I'm loving the old, not old, well, you know, kind of old. The, Ace Attorney music, you know, like Phoenix's music. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigma. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay, like, I get what they're doing, going back to like the Phoenix style of things. It's just weird with the Apollo graphics. Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about? Bit of a buzzkill, really. Hey! Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime? One of the worst. This is a trial, ja? Where are the sweaty palms? The pounding hearts? The Gavineers concert got 10 times the thrill this gig's got. Who were you again? Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started, legally, ja? Gavin? Defense attorney Christoph Gavin's... figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Clavier Gavin. Lead singer for the mega hit band, the Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy. I know what you're thinking, you're out of your league, rock boy. True, my debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. That's just a hobby to me compared to this, ja? Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way. I'm just getting warmed up, Herr Tony Wright. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on the case. Act Chung, baby. Time to call in the opening act. Oh, what was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe. Hit it. Oh, Gumshoe's here? I forgot about that. I missed Gumshoe. And you are? Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct. Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Hey, you! Me? Today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What, you normally lack confidence in your testimony? Here, detective, this is my stage. Canned antics. Huh? All this hey youing and such. And I could care less about your history together. Irk. Oh man. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand. Man, things are just so much more fun when Gumshoe's around. Even if he is severely underpaid. It happened 6 days back, in a room at the General Hospital. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. The killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts. Not so long ago, the victim, Magnifi Gramier, was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnifi to one of my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare. Yes, though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troupe Gramier has made quite a name for themselves. Anyhow, the retired Magnifi's been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? Malignorant tutor or something? A malignorant tutor. Oh man. Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah. A malignant tumor, perhaps. In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact. Oh, Gumshoe, never change. Hold on, let me see what we have in evidence. Hold on. Okay, the crime scene photo. Autopsy report. April 13th, 11:30 p.m. Loss of blood from bullet wound. Okay. That we got, and then this we just got. Malignant tumor in liver has progressed to final stage with no hope of recovery. Patient has 3 months to live. Patient has chronic diabetes. Requires regular insulin. Dang, poor guy. The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die? Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. Diabetes? In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. When he was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. Okay. I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir. I'm betting it's something to do with the magic, if I'm remembering right. Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. Oh, wait. Oh, that just came back to me. I think it's like a... I don't want to say it, but I think Zach wasn't the only one. I think it's true about the letter and that he wasn't the only one to receive it. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question. Yeah, see, I remember that. To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of... Could have given me a second to read that. Very unusual indeed. Let me read that. Hold on. Right. To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot, one shot, square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Alright. Although could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder? I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter. Ah, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? Devil is in the details, Herr Attorney. Well, was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every night, for a half hour starting at 11, the victim, Magnifique Ramier, was given an IV. An IV? There it is in the picture off to the side of the bed. At 11, a doctor would come to set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night, without fail. So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption. During his IV. Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. That was so weird. I've gotten used to Mr. Justice already. Was this the reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me. I mean, he did receive the case, like, the previous day, and all you did was play poker, so, like, you know, not much chatting has been going on. I guess we just want information for now. And this letter was sent by the victim? There it is! Gotcha! You're all mine this time, pal! What? Huh? I had the handwriting checked out, of course. It's the victim's, no mistake. Ah, I see. Ha 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 ha. Score 1 for the boys! I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed? But a letter ordering your own death? Things aren't what they used to be, I guess. I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor. So anyway, guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead. Oh, Gumshoe. How can you be so sure? Oh, I like that! That's so good. It's so HD, like his determination pose is so HD, but it also has the Apollo graphics. It looks so much sharper. Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cracking. Oh my gosh. Cracking. Cracking or cranking? What? Cranking. You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, detective. First we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead. Loud and clear. I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective. He's a freaking detective. What's he on about? We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently. Well, Mr. Wright? As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim. The photo. Maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar shot something else? Oh, can I look? I think we're supposed to say shot something else. That's what my brain is telling me. But what did he oh, yes, yes, yes! There's a bullet hole in the doll. Yes, yes, yes. Gotcha. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. Yes? What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes. Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection!
What, and you can prove that with this photo? I can prove he had a choice, yes? The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? The clown over here in the corner. The clown doll? Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead, too. Ah! There's a hole in its forehead. Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. Objection! Ah, and I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll. He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? Ah! Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. Aha! I never said shoot him in the forehead. The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter. I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim. I'm so... the different voice acting is getting to me. I'm just not used to it, that's all. Not that it's bad, it's just not... I'm not used to it. I'm used to his old objection. Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It may very well be a clue, yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim. So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get. Yeah, I love Confident Phoenix. He's come a long, long way. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal. Do I press this? So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim. Hey, not a bad summary, pal. More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever. That was really more of a confirmation than a summary, but our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself. Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me? Well, now that Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony? I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention, and read this letter carefully. Hold on. Single gunshot. Does something say, one shot. Do we know if the gun was shot more than once, though? What does it say? One bullet wound. Believe in us, him shot dead. Hold on, let me go back. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo? That's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it. You compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks in the bullets were a perfect match. So you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did. Are we gonna receive the pistol? Hold on. Why are you so certain? What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em? Huh? What's that? One of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valent stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. What the heck? This is one of the pistols they use in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it. Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol, I hear. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. Troop Grimier stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since. The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she is. Whoa, this truly is a blast from the past. It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty, and it shows traces of having been fired recently. So were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. You might say that a lack of fingerprints is in fact a fingerprint of its own. Aha, intriguing point. Well made. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not well made. Not intriguing. In any case, the court accepts this evidence. Oh, man. My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony. There we go, that's what we needed. But now we can present it here. Because I believe it's, fires one real bullet. Objection! So, objection, pal. The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand? Yeah, but like I just said, pal. After he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and— Objection! Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not. The murder weapon? How? It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. It's so weird how this works in these games. It's like they say something and it's like kind of like from another reality, because when he's like, hold on, there's something wrong, they're like, what do you mean? And he's like, you know, there's a contradiction. I wish they could just remember what they say themselves. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Yeah! That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Objection! Oh? Where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If he claimed the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. Oh, and that's how you know he's a pro. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales. An utter lack of humility. What's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said, Hair Detective was just a warm-up act. Ugh, poor Gumshoe. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Ramier who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach. Court is adjourned. Please, Zach, tell us what the heck is going on. Oh, man. Alright. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say, I expected nothing less. We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually. I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discovered the truth for yourself. See, I hate that. Why don't you just take a chance and see if they'll believe you? Because keeping quiet makes things worse. I was thinking of you, you know? I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital, what really happened? Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy. No, I don't think anything could scare her. Speaking of which, where is she? You have seen the problem yourself, the letter. The one shot in the forehead one, right? Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I cannot deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death. Why not? This is something I will not say, for now at least. What's this for now business? I have done many things in my life, some well, some poorly. Isn't that anyone's life? But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves. We? You wanted to know about the night of the incident? Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff. Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. I found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. See, there were 2 letters. 2? Yes, the one I had used on stage, and the one that had been used by my partner, Valent. There we go, Uncle Valent! Oh, for the Zack and Valent's quick draw thing? My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then, for a moment. You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first. So there were other requests you couldn't refuse before? To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I've brought pain upon Trucy. Was Magnifique coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on in Troupe Gramier? I think there was some kind of test, if I remember right. Yet in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket. In your pocket? I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those called? Rifling marks. Yes, well, that is all I have to tell you. Concerning the case, you couldn't have said that to the cops? Bro. Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me? Heh. You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright. Thanks? Yes, there is something. My mentor. His eyes opened. What? Magnifique Gramier? Oh devil, he was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. What did you talk about? Haha, Mr. Wright, did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case. Geez, his face. Zack Gramier, he seems pretty steadfast to me, or maybe just stubborn. Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Once again, I am in your hands. Right, let's get back in there. Fishy, fishy. A lot of fishy stuff is going on. Court is now back in session. During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out from the clown's head. Well, this is news. And the rifling marks? There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis, though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon. Well, that's not very conclusive, is it? Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness. Witness, you're a decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words? Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think. Oh, dang. Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident this witness will do the job. After all, he is intimately acquainted with the players in our little production, being the other half of Troupe Gramier's famous duo, the Zack and Valent. Valent Gramier. So we get to meet the great Magnifique's other disciple. Dang, he looks so much younger. Wait, he said... They found the weapon type matches the murder weapon. See, but Zack said it would be different, so did he switch the bullets? That's not possible. What? Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation. Oh wait, if it's Zack's gun, then yes, it should match. Wait, I'm so confused. Valent Gramier, magician. Aaron, you're the decisive witness, are you? You can prove your fellow student, your partner's guilt? Hey, the grand illusion, filled with traps and tricks. Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock at night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late? If one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes. Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this. That looks very familiar. Wait. That's the same letter Zach Ramier received. Yes, or perhaps I should say ta-da. Oh my goodness. Order. And what does it say? Surely not the same thing. Perhaps you should see for yourself. Yeah, Judge, can't you read? Oh, come 11:20 p.m. Ready a gun, you shoot one shot, square in the forehead. Okay. Why, it's practically the same. The court accepts this into evidence. See, why the heck isn't Valent a suspect then? This is most unusual. Exactly what was going on with you folks? What exactly was your Troop Gramier up to? I know what you mean. I'm just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less. Just my opinion here, Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them. We walked the magician's path together, and in so doing, shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand. By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse. Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. The defendant, Zach Ramier, stands accused. Tell us why. I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise, singing hymns to the miracle that is magic. Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene. In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time. As every magician knows, timing is everything. Yes. And now it's time to get this party fired up. Oh, man. The night of the crime. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnifi requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. So you were the one who reported the crime? Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Ramier, is guilty. And if it wasn't Zach Ramier, then the killer was you, Valent. And no disappearing act will get you out of that. Oh boy. I visited the hospital room time. Smell of gunpowder hung in the room. Mentor taking his final bow. I did not imagine. Yeah, a deal with the dead is still a deal. That's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. Do I have to press? So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby? Oh, I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination. Really? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination? How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid. Dude, you're basically giving yourself away. Now you're the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have good imagination. But like, that's Phoenix's thing. The witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things. I love the judge. Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse. So it does, and my partner, he did not refuse. But Magnifi wrote the same thing to you. Why could you refuse if Zack couldn't? Because I have a will of steel, of course. I also do this trick where I bend steel bars, so perhaps steel isn't all so strong. So which is it? Mind if I continue? Sure, bud. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, one in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you? No doubt my partner Zack has said much the same thing. Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I'd better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Valent, let me ask about something else concerning the crime scene, namely the bullet and the pistol, the location of the pistol, the number of pistols. We already know there were 2. Oh wait, maybe he'll say something different? The location, the bullet. Let's just start with the number of pistols. How many pistols were there when you entered the room? By which you mean what, precisely? 2 pistols were used in the Zack and Valent quick draw shoot-'em, correct? 1 for each of you. You are well informed, yet. Only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night. What did Zack tell me back in the lobby? Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time and found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket. I see no problem with that statement. Only 1 pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene, after all. So you picked up that pistol and fired it? Indeed I did. Alakazam. Alakazing, alakaboom. Is the number of pistols really so important? The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony. What can I do but obey? I might be grasping. Wait. If my thinking is right, I do present the pistol because it matches the ballistic markings of the bullet found in the victim. Right? There we go. According to the defendant, Zack Ramier, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table. 2? One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head. Well, what about what Mr. Valent has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense. What might that be? I told you I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown. That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Valent. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. Ah. Mr. Valent, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead. Yeah. Order, order, order. Well, this is all rather sudden. What have I done? Prosecutor Gavin? I owe the court an apology. Sorry. Sorry for what? You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the rifling marks only proved the type of gun that fired them. But that's not what you told us before. You said you'd verified the murder weapon. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now, quite sincerely, I might add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth? Oh my gosh, this guy. He's been the same from the beginning. That was just this morning. I am still young. And, I might add, it wasn't really my fault. If the defendant had only admitted he took 1 pistol from the scene of the crime, we would not be having this pleasant discussion now. Yeah, Zack should have said something. Valent Gramier? Yes, Your Honor. You were presented to this court as a decisive witness, but you've proven to be more divisive than decisive. Oh boy. You'll see in time. The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next. Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin? Ooh, cliffhanger. He'll elaborate next time. Oh boy. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I always, not that I forget, it's just like Valen's personality makes you want to forget that he's so shifty 7 years ago. Anyway, we know who our culprit is from 7 years ago, and I think we know who our current culprit is now. It seems we're nailing both Valent in the past, and Kristoff in the present again. Alright, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one where we continue our trip down memory lane. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.